Have you ever wondered why different websites have different numbers listed for the spot price of silver? I mean, sometimes they only fluctuate a few pennies here or there, but occasionally the differences are quite dramatic. Here's two of the most crazy ones I found today. FindBullionPrices.com has the silver spot price listed as $18.32 per ounce, and this is in US dollars. BorderGold.com has the silver spot price listed as $18.02 per ounce. This is also in US dollars. So that's a 30-cent difference between the two websites. How crazy is that? Why is this going on? That's what we're going to investigate in this video. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so why is there not just one spot price listed and every website pulls from one source and they all have the same number? I mean, this is basically the base price that you should be going off of when you're trying to buy silver. Obviously, all of the different websites and local coin shops will have different premiums attached to different items, and that's not what we're talking about in this video. We're simply talking about the spot price. Where are they getting their data from, and why is the data different from website to website? Now, occasionally, some websites will actually have the same spot price listed. I'm filming right now on the weekend, so spot price will not change at all until tomorrow. All right, we're going to start out here at amark.com. Amark Precious Metals is one of the largest dealers in the world, and I'm going to show you their websites and the different spot prices they have listed and whatnot. And this is going to be our start here on the search for truth. Why are different websites showing different spot prices for silver? And again, I'm filming on the weekend. I'm filming on a Saturday, so the silver spot price won't change at all while I'm filming this video. And after I go over this, I'm actually going to bring in a friend of mine. He's a hacker and lead Android programmer for a large company. He goes by the alias Lonely Semicolon, but we're going to get his input on how the websites are actually obtaining their data and how they're showing spot price and things like that. But I want to mention Amark Precious Metals. If you don't know anything about them, they're huge. They are an authorized purchaser from the U.S. Mint. You can see that down here on the left, Amark Precious Metals. And in fact, they can buy American Silver Eagles for $2.35 over spot. And then they're selling them to you at a $15 premium. So think about that for a second. And this does not have much to do with the video, but I just wanted to point out that when these companies are buying gold from the US Mint, they pay different premiums based on the size of the gold coin. So 1 ounce, they only pay a 3% premium over spot, 1/10 ounce, a 9%. That's why you want to try and stack the 1 ounce gold coins. But that's just kind of a side note. So Amark Precious Metals, currently they own 3 different retail websites. Those are jmbullion.com, providentmetals.com, and silver.com. And in fact, they are currently purchasing a 4th. The name of this website is BGASC, or buygoldandsilvercoins.com. And so this was just a few days back. They're buying yet another one, and they're purchasing the company's website, domain name, trademarks, logos, customer lists, intellectual property, all that kind of stuff. I actually remember when Amark purchased Provident Metals, and I was like, oh no, there's less competition now. This can't be good for us. But anyway, so back to Amark. They own the 3 different websites here. And what's interesting is, let's first look at the spot price that Amark has listed on their own website, which is right here, $18.20 per ounce. That's the ask price, or the spot price for silver. This over here is the bid, $17.94. That doesn't matter for this video. So $18.20, that's what they have listed here on their own website. If we go to silverprice.org, they have a spot price listed $18.06. So how crazy is that? This is a big difference between 2 different websites that this one company owns, 1820 and 1806. It gets even weirder. If we go to goldline.com, we can actually see they have a spot price listed of $18.07. So this is a third website that they own with a different spot price. Now, this website, you actually can't buy any precious metals on the website. You got to call them and get a quote and all that kind of stuff. So this is not a retail website. Now, if we start looking at the retail websites, you're going to notice a trend here. So let's start with silver.com. You can see up on the top left, the spot price is $18.29. Once again, this is the fourth spot price we've seen on different websites that one company owns. This is the first of the retail websites, $18.29. It's also the highest. So if you wanted to buy silver from silver.com, you have the highest spot price here. That's the starting point for your items that you're going to purchase. If we go to the next website, providentmetals.com, check this out, $18.29. Also the highest, but it's the same as silver.com. So this is really interesting. They must be getting their information from the same place. If we go to the third one, jmbullion.com, lo and behold, $18.29. Again, the highest spot price on another retail website. So all three of their retail websites have the same spot price, which means they must be using the same back-end software to obtain this information. But it's just interesting to me that when you want to buy silver, you have to pay the highest number, right? And then if we go to bgasc.com, we can see there's another spot price. This is the fifth one that's unique, $18.15, which is crazy. So this website is definitely using a different API is what it's called, to obtain the information to display the spot price to us. But I have a hunch that in the next few months, this spot price here is going to sync up with silver.com, providentmetals.com, and jmbullion.com as well. And it's probably going to be one of the highest spot prices that we see. So just something interesting to keep an eye out for. But it hasn't always been the case that JM Bullion and Provident had the same spot price listed. In fact, before JM Bullion bought out Provident Metals, they had different numbers. Let me show you that here. At the bottom, you can see silver spot price is $15 per ounce. And then if we go to JM Bullion, this is from the same video, which came out about 3 years ago. We can see silver ask or spot price $15.04. So they had different spot prices listed before they were owned by the same company. Once A-Mark Precious Metals acquires a new online bullion dealer, not only do they sync up the spot price with their other retail websites, but also this spot price that they pick is the highest one we've seen out of all of their websites. So is this just a coincidence, or is this kind of sketchy? I mean, are they trying to overcharge you? I mean, they can pick whatever premium they want, but the spot price that they have listed, we all kind of think is just a base price. It should be the same across the board, but it's not. It's different from company to company. Now, because I want to keep the lonely semicolon completely anonymous, I'm just going to voice over and tell you what we discovered and what we talked about. So the first thing we did was we got a key to an API, which is telling us what the live spot price should be. And after a little bit of math, we found out you can actually see that on the left, 18.04 something. It's about $18.05 is what silver spot price should be according to this one particular API. Now, this API was getting information from 15 different websites and exchanges in order to determine the spot price. So it was pulling info from, COMEX, LBMA, Shanghai Exchange, futures market, that kind of stuff, and the exact weight for how much information it was getting from, each one of these websites. We weren't able to determine that, so we don't exactly know how it was coming up with this number, but we know that it was pulling from different websites to determine this number, and then it was able to push this number to retail websites. For example, JM Bullion, SD Bullion, APMEX, they all use an API to get the information for the live updating of the price on their website. Now, when we went to specific websites, we were not able to figure out which API they were using because a lot of the information is on their own server and stuff like that. So unfortunately, we couldn't see if they were manipulating the code to kind of bump up the spot price or anything to that nature. Now, the theory that we came up with is that there's a number of different factors for why different websites will actually have a different spot price. The easiest one to understand is that these websites are using a different API, and different APIs will have different proprietary information, a different secret sauce or blend of futures markets that they pull from to determine the spot price. So if two different websites are using different APIs, then they're probably going to have a different number for their spot price. But if they're using the same API, for example, silver.com, Provident Metals, JM Bullion, they will all show the same spot price. Now, another factor is that one website maybe did not buy the highest tier available for this API, and it's not updating as fast as a competitor's website. So maybe one website will update every 10 seconds, another website will only update every 30 seconds. And the last theory is that they could actually be going in and manipulating the code and sort of bumping up the price, to whatever they want it to be. Maybe they're adding 10 cents to the spot price or 15 cents to the spot price so they can just show a higher number and sell their products for a little bit more money. So if a website is selling, 10,000 ounces over the weekend and they're able to, bump their spot price up 25 cents per ounce, this is going to make them an extra $2,500. So obviously there's an incentive to raise the spot price and effectively charge more for your silver. But we were not able to determine if any websites were actually doing that. Now, the last thing he said to me was that he was not surprised that a lot of the different websites had a different spot price because there's not one entity pushing out a specific price. They're relying on a basket of APIs, and they're purchasing different levels of the software, etc. And so it's really more likely that they would all have slightly different numbers at the end of the day, which is what we see. Now, it definitely is a little bit weird to me that many websites have different spot prices listed, but I can kind of wrap my head around that. But when a parent company owns multiple websites like Amark, and some of them have a fairly low spot price, and the ones that have a high spot price are the ones that are selling retail products to the public, that is a little bit weirder. I can't quite wrap my head around that. I mean, I know why they would do that, but I'm a little bit sketched out by it. What's even weirder still, though, is how silver spot price is actually determined. I made a whole video on that. If you want to watch it for yourself, I'll put a link up in the corner as well as a link down below in the description of this video. It's not like there's one entity saying this is the official silver spot price. That is not how it works. There's a bunch of paper contracts that are traded on the futures market, COMEX, LBMA, all this stuff, and it gets weighted to figure out what the spot price is. And it's hard for an individual to kind of go in and decide for yourself what you think the spot price should be, which is why these companies, do it for us. But how they're actually doing it, the secret sauce, is not known to us. I could not find that anywhere. If anyone has any information, please feel free to share that down below in the comment section. But the bottom line is that there's hundreds and hundreds of paper silver ounces being traded for every 1 ounce that is in existence. So if you want to acquire silver, you have to purchase physical silver. Don't buy an ETF or some paper product, because when all this manipulation ends, the people with paper silver, they're going to be left high and dry with nothing. And the people with physical silver are going to be the real winners. So the bottom line is buy physical silver, don't buy any paper product. But again, coming back to spot price and how it's determined and why it's different on every website, it's still a little bit of a mystery. And so if there's anyone out there who is a computer programmer, you write code, or maybe you have a lot of experience building websites and you have some insight, we would love to hear from you down below in the comment section. Now, I do want to say a big thank you to my friend, the Lonely Semicolon, for helping me out with this video. I learned so much from our conversation. And I want to say a massive thank you to all of you so much for watching my video. And I will see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons, out.